Assalamu alaikum and welcome to all of your business. Sir, the US is warning countries that continue doing business with Iran. सर इससे पाकिस्तान के ट्रेड पे और एनर्जी टाइज जो है ईरान के इस पे इफेक्ट तो नहीं पड़ेगा?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much for having me. Actually, there are sanctions on Iran, and these economic sanctions can trigger if there is a financial transactions occurring or going on with Iran. Pakistan and Iran are exploring the ways where it didn't affect economic sanctions both the countries. And the solution lies in the barter trade, where there is a no economic or financial transactions through banking channels. And that is the way to promote trade and economic ties. So there are solutions, but it's going to affect the economic ties between the two countries. So both countries, especially Pakistan, is very cautious in this regard because Pakistan does not want any kind of violation of economic sanctions imposed against Iran. That's why we didn't increase official bilateral trade with Iran. That is a major stumbling block in the way of promoting economic and trade ties. Although Pakistan has had imported 100 megawatt electricity from Iran, and they are expanding it by adding another 100 megawatt to fulfill the needs of bordering areas and especially in Gawadar. But there will be no financial or banking transactions in this trade deal. So that had created some kind of stumbling blocks, and that's why the trade volume didn't increase too much.
Right, sir. Sir, the government has kept diesel prices low through its new pricing formula. Can this put financial pressure on the oil sector?
Actually, yes, because refineries are expressing their apprehensions because uh, they have kept the fixing the prices of HSD, high speed diesel. So, if that price didn't increase, the fixed under the new formula, it's going to cause effect to the refineries because their profit margins will of course decrease. So they have expressed their apprehensions, but government of Pakistan and Ministry of Petroleum held negotiations with them in order to provide maximum benefits to the transporters. And now it's also responsibility of the provincial governments to ensure that the transport fares also decrease proportionally because there is a substantial decrease in the diesel
Right, sir.
prices, and it should be translated into the transport fares as well.
Right, sir. Sir, the rupee has gained for more than 220 sessions. Sir, what is behind this rise?
Actually, there is a demand and supply to fix the exchange rate. And we are under the IMF program where the rupee cannot be kept artificially managed. So, although the State Bank of Pakistan had intervened into the interbank market and purchased dollars, if the State Bank of Pakistan didn't purchase the dollars, the rupee might have strengthened further. But there is an equilibrium in the market. That's why we have seen that overall there is a stability in the exchange market, and rupee against dollar hovers around 277 to 280. That is the range bracket we have seen in last 1.5 year period, and there is a stability in the market. That's why it helped Pakistan to curtail the inflationary pressures, because in the past when there was too much fluctuation in the market, it resulted into hiking the inflationary pressures. Although there are pressures on CPI-based inflation, but that was mainly because of the fuel prices. Because of Iran and US war, the fuel prices and energy prices had increased manifold, and it resulted into increasing pressure on CPI based inflation. But there was no pressure because of exchange rate depreciation. So it helped Pakistan to achieve stability on macroeconomic front, and it was one of the blessing of the IMF program, because our dollar scarcity has largely been overcome. And now, on one side, foreign exchange reserves are building up, and we have created a buffer to build up the foreign exchange reserves. It also helped Pakistan to achieve stability on the exchange rate front.
राइट सर। अच्छा सर, चंगान ने अपनी हाइब्रिड पिकअप ट्रक एक इंट्रोड्यूस कराई है और उसकी प्राइस तकरीबन 1 करोड़ रुपए से ज़्यादा
थोड़ी
है।
ज्यादा है।
तो सर आपको लगता है कि हाइलक्स जो मतलब कंपेट एक बड़ा मतलब नाम रहा है मार्केट में, उसको कम्पीट कर पाएगी ये?
जब भी कोई नया ब्रांड आता है तो इसके नतीजे में एक कम्पिटिटिव इन्वायरमेंट तो क्रिएट होता है, और कंपटीशन ऑलवेज हेल्प to ensure better prices and better quality. That's why there is a need to increase the competition. और मुझे उम्मीद है कि इससे जो ये मार्केट है इसके अंदर भी एक तो कंपटीशन बढ़ेगा, और कंपटीशन बढ़ेगा तो प्राइसेस के ऊपर भी इसका असर आएगा, और क्वालिटी भी इम्प्रूव होगी, क्योंकि जितनी ज़्यादा एक कस्टमर के पास चॉइस ज़्यादा होगी तो उसके नतीजे में मार्केट के अंदर बेहतरी की जो है वो उम्मीद जो है वो मौजूद रहती है।
अच्छा सर, आपने लेना हो कोई पिकअप ट्रक तो आप हाइलक्स की तरफ जाएंगे या कोई चाइनीज पिकअप ट्रक?
मैं तो अभी अगर मैंने उसको करना हो तो जो इस्टेब्लिश ब्रांड है मैं उसकी तरफ जाऊंगा, लेकिन इट डिपेंड्स कि आपका जो है वो कितना बजट है और आप किस तरह की चीज़ जो है वो अपने लिए और अपनी जो जिस मार्केट को आपने आगे जाके टारगेट है ऑडियंस आपकी, उनको आपने किस तरह से लेयर करना है। तो अभी तो जो इस्टेब्लिश्ड है मैं उसी के तरफ जाऊंगा।
राइट सर। सर, द गवर्नमेंट हैज़ एंडेड द पर्सनल बैगेज स्कीम एंड टाइटन रूल फॉर यूज्ड कार इंपोर्ट। सर, इससे पाकिस्तानी ऑटो मार्केट पे फर्क पड़ेगा?
देखें, इफ वी एनालाइज इट by the data, in 2025 used car imports were hovering around 45,000, although we didn't have the latest data of 2026. But because of abolishing of personal baggage scheme, and the second one was the gift and transfer of residence scheme, its regulations were strengthened and made more restricted. चूँकि personal baggage schemes was largely being misused, लेकिन अभी जो गिफ्ट और ट्रांसफ़र स्कीम है उसमें एक तो 2-3 शराइत उन्होंने ऐसी रख दी हैं कि जिसकी वजह से उसका मिस यूज़ नहीं किया जा सकता। मसलन अगर आपने गाड़ी मंगवानी है तो कम से कम आपका स्टे 3 साल ऑन एवरेज 3 साल आप रहे हो, और अगर फ़र्ज़ किया आप यूके में रह रहे हैं तो ये मुमकिन नहीं है कि आप वो जो आपके डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं वो इस्तेमाल करके आप गाड़ी जापान से मंगवा लें, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान में वी यूज टू इम्पोर्ट फ्राम जापान। यूजुअली वी यूज टू इम्पोर्ट फ्राम दैट कंट्री बिकॉज ऑफ दोज कार्स आर on account of quality as well as affordability, and we have a mechanism of rampant imports from Japan. So अभी जो है वो 26 का डेटा तो नहीं है, लेकिन उसमें कमी वाकई हुई है, यानी 45,000 से डेफिनेटली वो कम है। और लेकिन ये है कि ये स्कीम्स जो हैं इनको मज़ीद एक इसका और एस्पेक्ट है پچھلے سال تک 5 سال تک کی گاڑی امپورٹ ہو رہی تھی. ابھی وہ لمٹ جو ہے وہ ختم کر دی ہے, لیکن ایک ایس آر او جو ہے وہ منسٹری آف کامرس نے جاری کیا ہے کہ جس میں پری شپمنٹ انسپیکشن جو ہے وہ مینڈیٹری قرار دے دی ہے. اگر آپ نے کوئی گاڑی منگوانی ہے تو منگوانے سے پہلے اس کے سیفٹی سٹینڈرڈس وہ وہاں پہ وہ اس کے اوپر پورا اترتی ہوگی تو وہ گاڑی پاکستان میں آ سکے گی. تو اس طرح کی ریگولیشنز بھی کی گئی ہیں تاکہ سیفٹی سٹینڈرڈس کو بھی انشور کیا جا سکے, لیکن it will result into more competitive environment.